Hello, all my witches. This is Rain Poppy. You've stumbled on my YouTube. I want to thank Sasha for tagging me in this tag. I'm doing the Witchy Firsts tag, which was actually first done by Blue Whisper. Check out her channel. Check out Spinpixy's channel. They're both awesome witches and have some good stuff. So Witchy Firsts. I'll be honest, I don't have anything I started in the craft with. I've moved several times throughout my life. Two of the times being moves to different states. And the things that I started out with have managed to get lost along the way. Like, the box just completely disappeared. And I still to this day have no idea where it could be. I've emptied storage units. I've, combed my parents' house, and I'm coming up with nothing. So, I guess that just means that those things were not meant to be with me. They served me for what they needed to be at the time, and then they have gone on. So some of the first things that I used when starting out honestly came from yard sales. I have never purchased a lot of my tools like online, or I've gotten a couple of things here or there from like a witchy store, but most of my ritual and altar tools have come from garage sales. Case in point, my first candle holders that I ever used were these metal candle holders that I purchased at a church carnival rummage sale. I didn't know what kind of metal they were or anything. They were silver color, and they looked old, so I thought they were nifty. So I picked those up. And then I was up north at visiting my uncle. And they love to go garage sailing every weekend for antiques and whatnot. So I actually came upon a person selling a bunch, getting rid of a bunch of jars. It was like, there was a box of them, and I said, will you take this much for the whole box? Sure, okay. So I had jars for my herbs. Incense burner actually came from my dad. He had several of them, and I just asked him for one, and he said sure, but would you rather have me make you one? So he made me an incense burner out of a bottle, like a bottle, and he drilled holes and put the little key ring up top so I could put the incense through, and that was my incense burner. I think I got my first Athame on eBay. It was, one of those letter openers. And my God and Goddess candles were from the 99-cent only store. I had two white candles that I kind of drew on, and those were my God and Goddess candles. My altar cloth, I think I did buy my altar cloth at a witchy shop, and it was a scarf that had pentacles all over it. And my pentacle, I believe, might have been made out of Sculpey, or female clay, which actually I might do a video on at some point. I should write that down so I remember. So yeah, honestly, my very first altar supplies and very first witchy items had a lot of meaning to me, and they were, they came from me just kind of looking around at what I could find and what I could use. My first wand was actually made for me by a good friend at the time, and it was gorgeous. Again, that went away with all of the other stuff I can't find. I believe I made a set of runes out of Sculpey clay at some point. I have knitted and crocheted tarot bags that are mostly crocheted at the time. But, just like I said, what I like to do is find something that just kind of feels like it's got me written all over it, and use that. I mean, to this day, like, I don't have an altar set up right now because I don't have the space or the living situation that will allow for that. But right now I have a cigar box that has a little pentacle coin that came in some, you know, I don't know where I found it, but it's a little coin with the pentacle, and I've got a little goddess symbol in there, and just some other random little things. And then in there that holds, you know, the athame that I have right now that was actually given to me by oh gosh, I think I got it at like a witchy swap type thing when I was in my coven. It's got that, it's got some incense, it's got a couple of the little tiny candle holders that I purchased from, the charm candle holders that I purchased from probably the Green Man in North Hollywood, back when I lived out there. But a lot of, you know, just a lot of little small random things. The other thing that I actually had, now that I think about it, in my beginnings was a beaded feather. I had gone to a workshop, and it was kind of like a beading workshop with a witchy women's group that I was a part of back in early 2000s. And that they taught me how to bead the end of a feather, and how it has a little dangle. It was really cute. It had a little crystal at the bottom, and I used that, you know, for kind of like smudging, you know, wafting the smoke around the circle type thing. I made a candle, you know, like a healing candle. So when I first started out, again, another one of those white 7-day candles in the glass jars. And anytime somebody needed healing energy, I lit that candle. You know, one of my friends or family, somebody that was close to me. So you can find witchy items in the most unlikely of places when you're first starting out. The dollar store is a big one. Yard sales. Check and see what you have around your house. If you live with, like, even if you live with, like, your parents or something, just, you know, hey, you know, this candle holder is really pretty, Ma. Can I have this? You know, I'd like to light a scented candle on it or something. It's just whatever. You know, a dinner plate, a white dinner plate that you pick up from the Dollar Tree can be, you can draw a pentacle on it, or you can draw something on it to make offerings on that plate. Wood that you find, you know, especially, like, I mean, if you live near a place where there's a lot of trees, you can get, you know, a fallen branch, turn and have somebody saw it into little circles and turn it into runes, or a wand if you want. So many different options. So this is kind of a quickie, because like I said, I have nothing to actually show you. But yeah, I mean, I don't know who to tag here, so I'm just gonna say I tag all of you. Anyone who watches my channel who has not done this tag, I tag you. So until next time, I do hope you all have a fabulous week. I am headed on a trip out to California to visit friends and family. So I might do a video while I'm out there. We shall see. And I am also thinking of getting on Periscope and doing some witchy scoping. I'm gotta create a Periscope account for my Rain Poppy. But I hope you all have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Blessed be everyone. Bye.